When we put water in a wind tunnel, it forms a teardrop shape. So the teardrop shape is basically the most efficient in terms of aerodynamics. So it just forms the most efficient aerodynamic shape and moves on the water droplet. But what happens when we put a non-Newtonian fluid? So water is a Newtonian fluid, and if you say touch it gently like this or punch it hard, it yet lets your hand go through. But in a non-Newtonian fluid, if you just slightly touch it like this, it lets your hand go through. But when you punch it hard, it just becomes rock solid. So in this video, I'll be trying to experiment what happens when we put a non-Newtonian fluid in an air tunnel, wind tunnel. So why this experiment? Well, when there's a wind source coming up and there's a droplet, this hits hard. So the droplet of a non-Newtonian fluid just becomes hard, rock solid. And so I wanted to see what happens to that droplet. So for the non-Newtonian liquid, I will be doing what's commonly called as oobleck. So the ingredients I'm using are, well, corn flour as you can see, and water. So when we mix these two, you end up getting a non-Newtonian fluid. But don't put too much water as it's not going to work. So let's get started. I'm just using a long toothpick for mixing, and let me add water slowly and start mixing. So a bit of water and mix. And at this stage you can already feel that it is not um, watery, it sticks hard at times, so kind of a non-Newtonian fluid thing. So if you push hard when in water, it well blocks your way, but if you do it gently, it allows you to mix. As just it's the same thing for the new parts which are unmixed as well here. So when you do it hard, it's well not budging, but when you do it gently, it mixes. So now that I don't have really the patience to just keep doing it slowly, I'll just do it this way. So as you can see, while mixing it's hard. If I just go harsh on it, if I go gentle on it, it's smooth. Again, if I go hard, you can see the openings being created, but if I go smoothly, no such openings are created at all. So this is a non-Newtonian fluid, and once mixed, I'll show you a demonstration as to what happens. So I have a pen here, and if I stab it hard, it's rock solid. Stab it hard again, it's rock solid. But then if I gently push it, it goes in. And it is, well, oobleckified now. If I stab it hard again, it's rock solid. So that's how you make a non-Newtonian fluid that is oobleck in this instance. Since we were not able to record the entire experiment process, I'll be explaining the setup in short. So I have a vacuum cleaner tube connected here which blows out air, and there is a camera. So I basically focus the camera on this point, which you will see in the results soon enough. So this focuses on the area where the wind is blowing, and from top down here we drop the fluids, that is both Newtonian and non-Newtonian fluids. So that's the setup and the procedure of the experiment. I'll be showing the results. So I got two sets of images, that is each set containing one slow motion of a non-Newtonian fluid and Newtonian fluid. So yeah, so let's look at set one. So both the droplets are falling, 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 and
This is when it first comes into the wind, wind flow. So there's a slight change in the non-Newtonian fluid. So it's almost spherical here, and there's a slight dentish kind of thing. Whereas the Newtonian fluid, that is water, is well completely flattered, I guess, flattened, yeah. So in the next, both of them come into the core or the mid of the wind flow, and they get spattered, and they, while breaking apart, they break up differently, both the Newtonian and non-Newtonian. So as you can see, the Newtonian fluid is well coming out as sprinkles, I guess, whereas the non-Newtonian fluid is forming a ring-like structure, and both are out. In the set two, uh, they're coming down. The water slightly out of focus, but we'll get the shape right enough. So both are coming down. In when they're hit with the wind, the non-Newtonian fluid again forms a ring-like structure. The water somewhat looks similar, and the next one is water completely sprinkled out, and I couldn't get the non-Newtonian fluid in frame. So these are the results of the experiment. So that's for the video. Thank you for watching. If you have anything, just put it down in the comments. So thank you.